workers. And hello, you archaeologists. I'm the Johnstruct. Welcome to the proximity. I'm having a Final Fantasy XVI adventure. I think we might be done with side quests for the time being. Let's find out. Yeah, I got a bit grumpy with that last side quest. I spoke all over a soliloquy because, like, they had kind of a visual moment of sacrifice and bad luck. And I was like, actually, that was pretty striking. And then she did a 5-minute soliloquy about how important it was to her. And I'm like, I fucking know it's implied. Like, you haven't earned this. It does... Everyone talks far too much, apart from Jill. Doesn't talk at all. Apart from... No, even Clive does it sometimes, where it's just like... Moon. But, yeah. I'll try and get my patience back.
How would I be without you?
I do love the doggo. I think Dread Comet might be just too strong for us. That doesn't mean all the marks are too strong for us. Well, we have to hand in the quests, which means more quest dialogue, of course. We can check the marks there. Where's it gone? Where's it gone, Jodes? Is that your real name? Or was it a passphrase? I like that cloak. How come she gets to wear cool clothes and all the rest of their folks have to wear uniform?
Ah, the man himself.
We were just about to make a start on that sword I promised you.
It's funny, but none of this would have been possible without your help. You remember Camille? We'll be using his level work for the grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here.
Zoltan.
And that whetstone from the Outer Isles, that'll be what gives the blade its edge. And the final flourish.
So I'm bumping my hands.
Colleagues engraving.
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
Oh, you found him as well. Where is he?
Save that talk till the thing's finished, yeah? Right. I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows it is then.
New sword just dropped. Sometime later, we just stood there while that all happened.
Well, bugger me. We actually did it.
Can't wait till this gets replaced immediately with Odin's sword.
The sword to end all swords.
There's no fucking lever on that.
Ragnarok.
It's quite something.
I trust you'll take good care of it.
Thank you. Both of you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsman alive, then?
This? Nah. This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. But we're up for the challenge. Here. A list of materials. Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravost.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok.
Ragnarok 2!
Something worthy of a legendary outlaw like yourself.
Even raggier.
That's a weapon I'd like to see. You leave this list with me. I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to friendship reforged?
Yeah!
No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
Quest complete, we have a sword now. Because goddamn is anywhere. The forge that might slay God. Gottendammerang. I have no idea where that name comes from. In the ancient Ashen religion purports that one day the age of dominance will draw to a close. An epic clash of icons that sets the land ablaze, cleansing it of its foulness, allowing for its rebirth, a clash they call Ragnarok. But I have the Gottendammerang recipe. You don't want to put that sword immediately on?
Trouble with your gear, or...
Blacksmith rules 4.
I never thought me and Zoltan would ever
Zoltan.
speak again, let alone work together. And if it hadn't been for you, we wouldn't. You've been a good friend of me, Clive. The best.
Use the forge.
What's Sancfordian, dear?
Give me... Reinforce this sword you just built for me. Hang on, is this something that was new? What was new? Our robbers, of course. Sons of our robbers. Well, I have that marble flower. Not even worth it. I can't find that gelatinous mass. And the Gotterdammerung needs some more calcum. Well, okay, clearly needs dark steel as well. We're getting more marks. That's what that means, right? There aren't enough marks in the game to cover that. Did we ever get... No, we don't even... Excalibur's just rubbish. Oh, we've got one.
Anything else?
The stew's awfully thin these days.
You talking shit about our stew? Our stew?
What do you recommend?
What do you recommend? Good bones.
Oh, don't tell me we've run out of pepper.
We've got more. There's another shield, another soundboard, and another soundboard. Lovely. That's what I live for. These. I'll just read one of them. Martha. Flight. Flame spun bright. Oh God, it's Wade. You have an uncanny talent for showing up when you're most needed, my lord. Without your steel, I fear the rest would be in the hands of Akashic, but more of their nameless numbers. Without your steel, I fear the rest would be in the hands of the Akashic and us, but more of their nameless numbers. However, the Horde now both thinned and fractured, we Guardians can focus our efforts on putting down the smaller packs without the worry of being overwhelmed with Martha's blood axes. Can return to defending the Tor. For young Oscar, you'll forgive my sudden request for taking him under your wing. He's a good man, attentive, polite, hard-working, so you can see he's already learned everything he can from me. He would do well to continue his squiring under a more worthy shield. The realm has none more worthy than you. Okay. I tell you what, I will do that so there's not that gap. And there's more gaps, but like this is the longest one. The matter's persona. The Garden and League have put aside the differences for the time being, allowing us to sip our snake pit in relative leisure. For that, I would hazard we have your better half to thank. She put on quite a performance. As for yours, well, for one aspiring thespian to another, I might suggest working on your delivery and your projection, the stiff limbs of yours, and your countenance and everything else. Wouldn't want to do the name Underhill a disservice now, would you? Okay, we'll read more of those later. I think we'll get more side quests, and I don't think we have to worry about, like, oh no, we're not going to be able to go back. Like, we've not hit a point of no return. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. We're going to have like 30 minutes of content and then we'll have to do more side quests, but in the new place.
Covered in nicks and lumps. The lot.
Sorry.
How may I help you today, Clive?
Human
to
must
claim your
stuff.
Just desserts?
Fitting performance. Natalie reports on an expected surplus in Dalamil stores and means showing the town's gratitude for the past assistance and expresses distinct wish that Lord Underhill partake in their good fortune. I mean,
You are?
feel like they're... Oh, fucking hell. Are they
Best
donating...
luck out there, Sid.
Oh, when he finds out that there's... Sorry, I'm watching somebody else who's refusing to do side quests, and of course the ability points are doled out here.
Expecting you.
Ah!
I'll be here waiting.
And that's a cruel way of doing that. A cruel way. Because the side quests actually give, like, fuck all quest stuff. What are we doing? Yeah, I was reading the journal entries at the start. I've completely forgotten to do these. Owen asks for Clive's assistance in obtaining the spherical echoes. He needs to complete a new adventure. He only has to venture the fallen ruins to retrieve them. And of course cross the Narrow. But one mother crystal now remains in all of us there. To see the balance restored to the realm and ensure that humanity's place within secured, the final heart must be destroyed. Visit the infirmary. That I shall, right after I see a doctor. Why is there not a route down there? Why do I have to go up and then back down? Up and down. I mean, I know the answer because it's built from fallen technology, but nah. You could have been nice to me, game.
With Canva in the hands of Akashic.
Up a job.
Ah, Sid. Wasn't expecting you back so soon. So, is it good news or bad?
No doubt the Fallen has some other purpose in mind for these contrivances than to stud them in the smelter, would ridicule us for doing so, just as man of the present day might laugh at a goblin using carefully filed cogwheel to enliven his hat. Don't you fucking laugh at goblins. Fashion.
Ah, that's brilliant! Thanks a blimmin' million! I'll fit him to the smelter right away!
Sometime later. Oh, there's probably more on this side.
To you.
Well, that's a more fixable thing. I do not understand my
Furnace! It's bad, is she?
my settings.
She's a beauty.
There we go, though. We've got rid of that.
Saved my beacon again, Sid, and I ain't about to let your good deed go unrewarded.
It's fine, really. My bag's flexible enough already.
Oh, don't say that. I'm sure I can make a few improvements to it yet.
You could just buy me a bigger...
How about that clasp? Looks a bit stiff. Reckon you could loosen it up and make some more room? And I reckon I know how. With a new alloy we've been working on. The Telemon furnace was just what we needed to perfect it. It's a metal, see? So it's lovely and strong, but it's also, well, stretchy, if you can believe it.
stretchy metal. Well, if you insist.
That is the spirit. You'll love it, I promise. So, what do you reckon?
It's actually quite ingenious. Thank you, Owain.
Shh, don't mention it. You earned it. And I wanted to get some practice in using that metal anyway. Reckon we'll have all kinds of uses for it around the hideaway.
It's like spider silk.
Now, but that's our job, innit? Dreaming up new ways.
Because you can't make armor out of stretchy metal. It's just...
Maybe even out there too.
Oh, it doesn't break, but like I break.
The whole world's gonna know about the inventions you've helped us put together. That bag of yours will be the first of many. You mark my words.
You mark my words.
Hardly believe their eyes, I'm sure.
Quest complete. So sneaky. More potions. With the same exact exotic alloy from which Clasp of the Satchel was fashioned to be used to suit after armor, sure to be supple enough to accommodate even the greediest knight, ever expanding belly. Yeah, but like it wouldn't protect because like a cannonball would hit us and then it would bend inwards. It would bend. It'd stretch. My inventory has been maximized. Cool. But you're only allowed to have one last potion. With duties. What? What's got 2Ds in? Potion, satchel, metal. Oh, he's fine.
How are you feeling, Joshua?
Oh, that's why she was worried.
Better than I was.
But not nearly as well as you should be. Your cuts and burns may have healed, but your body still bears the burden of every spell cast.
And what would you have had me do? It was no ordinary foe we faced. It was the Warden of Darkness. Yet still, it was not enough. The king could have ended me at any moment, but instead chose to toy with me like a curl does a mouse.
You underestimate yourself.
Oh, it was crystal clear. Only one man established his dominance that day, and that man was Barnabus. I'm sorry, brother. That was ill-spoken. It's just, I have never felt so powerless.
I mean, there was that scene with Jill.
Perhaps.
I'm sorry.
Perhaps the prince feels the same.
That was crass, John. Also, I'm not strictly sure that makes sense. You see what I was trying to do, and I regret it. It's the Crystalline Dominion. Some nameless slum. That's what it's called. So there's loads of fallen ships. Is that the prince? You don't get credit for nursing him back to health. Ty already did that. He just left.
What is this place?
Oh God, no! It's the medicine girl. She's finally become relevant.
Don't move.
Curatives.
Here, it's fresh from the well. Grandmother told me spirits sometimes get lost, and that the lanterns guide them to their proper place. I set one on the river for her when she passed away.
fiend works from the shadows. Was it you who guided my hand then, Ultima? No, not you. This is my doing, my fault, my sin to bear. And for it, I must atone.
Your hurts are healing nicely. It was my poultices that saw you well.
Not your curatives, restoratives.
And sell them, or try to. Earns me enough for bread, most days.
Forgive me. I have nothing to...
I know, but I couldn't just leave you lying there. You're going then?
Of course. I'm healed. Thanks to you and your poultices.
Will you promise to come back and visit?
Oh, there's more wispy, isn't there? They do know how to write, that's the thing, like... You might not like these scenes, but she didn't speak for 20 minutes about fucking nothing. The point of the scene happened and we moved on.
Well, Phoenix, it would seem that I owe you my wings.
Why do we keep looking at the moon? Or at that... Is that a space station? The red star.
Perhaps he can find an answer. You will be returning to Waloed soon, I gather.
I see no reason to wait.
Then neither do I.
I can think of a few, but I doubt they'll stop you. You will take your medicine.
Of course, Lady Daya.
Set on leaving already, are you?
How long will it take us to get back to Ash?
Dunno, about the same amount of time it took us to get here. Maybe less, if your uncle can find someone trustworthy to patch up the Enterprise. All depends on where we're putting into port, mind.
Yes. It's not as if we can put ashore wherever we choose. We have to assume that the whole of Ash is hostile, and that we'll be attacked on sight.
Then we must find a place they won't think to look. And I have an idea who might know of one.
The Professor! I'll go and tell you come in.
While you're plotting our course, I'll be in the shelves with your lawsman. I wish to pick his brains about Ultima.
Then I'll talk to Karen about supplies for the journey. They may not be easy to come by in Ash.
Are we gonna get more side quests after this cutscene before we go to Ash?
Your brother's body won't take much more of this recklessness. You know that, don't you?
I do.
Oh, look, was that a missive has been added to the closed chambers? And look, there's the hunt board's been updated. I do like the marks though. Is triphylactic terror. S A S B. Well, we need to take him out at the very least. Only trumpeter. I think that was one of the ones we died stupidly. Lost wing. Where Lost wing? Where? Oh, we're in Lost Wing. You know exactly where, John.
Still say it were a compliment. Say it all you like.
Let's do this now. Martha. Where's Lost Wing? Alice. Oh, the Lost Wing was here. Yeah. Sure, I'm glad he's in a place that's going to take 10 minutes to get to. Making strange noises today. No side quests at least. Might want to try Dread Comet again. But I'm sure we'll have more chances to do that. At the very least, we'll save our game. Speaking of... Dude, motherfucker! I swear I dodged that. I didn't. No, oh, I was using the wrong button.
Still.
Oh, I forgot to get potions, never mind. miss him? Fuck. There we go. Ooh. O2? Is that a mobile phone or an arena? I know there's wrestling in the O2 arena, isn't there? Or, oh no, there's a nightclub that's called L2. What's O2? Also, hello Craig.
Your work here is done.
We should try Dread Comet again, because last time I tried fighting it, it was kind of late. Go from there. I'll try to catch up with wrestling tomorrow. I've booked the entire of tomorrow off because I'm getting my teeth fixed. Getting dental surgery tomorrow. Has more money down the drain though. But I was going to do half a day's worth of work, but I was worried. I didn't want to be worried about. Oh, fair enough. Oh yeah, I mean, then the O2 arena is relevant because it is O2. Hello, Panther.
No holding back.
What was I going to say? Knock, knock. Then I'll have to live up to my reputation. Oh, fuck. No, we can't fight the Chocobo. What are you talking about, John? We need to buy potions. I'm not confident enough to fight King Chocobo without healing. Yeah, it's what's it called? Like the same reason Xbox and PlayStation.
I have some things for sale.
Lion in the hair. Cool. I kind of just want healing. Actually, get a game.
Certainly.
Okay, we're not doing anything else with the money. I just wanted to buy potions. To Debar. Tribalism.
Are you buying or selling?
I am buying.
Anything else? A fine choice. Of course.
And so you can't get any more elixirs. What does that do? Limit break.
Anything else?
I never used the strength tonic.
Come again.
Yes. Damn it. That's fine. We've got lots of potions still.
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia.
Why is there a... What, hang on, what's that symbol? Wait, hang on. We can set markers since fucking when? I've heard that AJ Lee is going back to acting. Spine's not in a well enough condition to go back to wrestling. Close are we? Pretty close. I would say we're 140, 30, 20 yards close. Shall we save our game? Nah. But we will have to dodge.
Straight home now. Nothing.
Look at me, Joe. Oh fuck. Why does this chocobo command the stars? Oh, it's not a staggerable bird. Fucking hell, this bird. Yeah, pay attention to the meteors, John. I could have done that, but I'm just going to continue onwards. Oh, my tea. No, my punishment was getting cold tea. Damn it. The difference between 10 minutes is... Like, 20 minutes it was great, and then I forgot it for 20 more minutes. Ah. I have plenty of drink here, but it's still really annoying. Let's continue with the plot. We killed one of the marks, at least. It's a cool boss.
Covered in nicks and lumps. The lot.
I still say it were a compliment.
Ah, Clive. I was wondering when you'd arrive. Please tell me you've come to take our young prodigy here off my hands.
I'm not here for Mid. I need information on Ash.
Then why not ask Molly if you can look in one of her ovens? Go on.
As soon as the Enterprise is ready, we'll be setting out for Drake's Spine. And we're going to need a safe place to land.
Preferably one that won't see my ship blown to shit and splinters.
If it were that easy, do you think Waloed would have resisted invasion for so long?
We had to invent a new type of ship.
Is known of Ash, and the information we do have is spotty and outdated. We have the good King Barnabus to thank for that. Waloed's borders have been closed to outsiders since the day he seized the throne. If there is anywhere safe to land, you won't find it on my map.
Then tell us what we will find. I'm sure you know better than we do.
But no splinters.
All right, if it will get you out of my hair. But interrupt me, and it's over. Understood? Barnabas Tharm, the one they call the Last King. Understand him, and you will understand the kingdom of Waloed. Barnabas was only a boy when he arrived from beyond the southern seas, and barely a man before he united the ragged tribes of Ash. And having unleashed them upon the formidable Veldamark, he set his throne upon the ancient kingdom's ruins. The victory sent shockwaves around Valisthea, tales of Odin's might spreading through every court, parlor, and drinking hole in the realm. Note that this was in the year 843, and that the king still sits upon his throne some 40 years later, quite untouched by time.
Yeah, hang on, how come no one's mentioned that before?
Inaction left many wondering if Odin had lost his appetite for war. And yet here we are. The Einherjar was committed to the fray, a bold declaration of intent. Orcs swarm around Drake's Fang, and throngs of Akashic haunt Canvas streets. Though how precisely the havoc they wreak serves Waloed remains unclear. Regardless, if the order to attack truly came from King Barnabas, then one thing is certain. Waloed has achieved the impossible, and made bedfellows of beastmen and the ether-addled alike. All of which is a roundabout way of saying that you will be in unknown territory when you set foot on Ash. Much of the continent has already been lost to the Blight, and what few ports remain will be fiercely guarded. And that is to say naught of its natural defenses. Offshore currents will cast an ill-equipped ship out to sea one moment, and dash it against the rocks the next.
We got picked up from the shore earlier.
Enterprise is anything but ill-equipped. And Mid has made land there before.
That's what I was going to say. Just go back to the same place.
If only there were someone with an intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast, and where a daring gentleman might put ashore.
Do you know someone?
You see, Clive, you had the answer all along.
I don't have intimate knowledge of the Shadow Coast.
Picked you up from it, didn't I? Not that it were easy. The currents were a right bastard. But then, if it wasn't hard, it wouldn't be worth doing, would it?
Well said. Thank you, Lady Vivian.
If a few morsels of common knowledge and a sprinkling of tavern talk are worthy of your thanks, I wonder what genuine intelligence might earn me.
Probably more visits. Mid, I need everyone in the ale hall now. I'll fetch Joshua from the shelves.
Aye, aye, Captain.
What will it be today? Allow me to educate you.
She isn't. Apparently, hang on. Her travels took her from Dharmakia to Crystalline Dominion, where she nearly lost her life when the city was all but destroyed by Bahamut. After the flames died down, she laboured to mend the wounds of the injured townspeople, eventually coming across collapsed Prince Dion, who she nursed back to health. Is that the only reason the medicine girl's in the game? Just for one scene? That's very odd. I like that little line, learning journeys to... Have we had those before? Okay.
Of course. Study it well, Clive.
All that just to go... Yeah, just go to the literal same place you were. Because it's a cost here. It's a long line to the end. I'm just... Oh, because that's a... I'm going to go via to inside. Anyway.
Thus ends today's lesson.
So our side quests are here. You fool, we thought we were done, but no. There can always be more side quests. Oh, hang on, Yote.
Grace, stay strong.
Today Clive visited the infirmary to have me dress a laceration on his left forearm, cleaned and stitched the wound, and instructed him to rest the arm so that it could heal, but not an hour later, he was leaving on another mission. This must be the 100th time he's displayed. Okay, whatever. Yote.
My Lord Marquis.
About Yote.
It was the greatest honour of my life.
To be appointed protector of his grace, I have served him in the capacity since he first began his journey across Valastair, the purpose of which was twofold. To further the Undying's knowledge of Ultima, and further his grace's knowledge of you, my lord. After he learned of your survival, your brother insisted that we try to trace your movements. Thanks to the investigations of my fellow acolytes, we learned of you having taken the name Cid. Our journey together is at an end. His grace bids me remain here, protect those you and he hold dear.
So I bid you.
My lord, if I may be so bold, please look after him in my stead. About the hideaway.
Your companions are kind indeed.
Everyone has been most welcome. You're sort of wobbling. Lady Taya has been especially gracious. Ooh. Yes. It's not the end of a JRPG unless you find yourself in a weird, like crystal space. It's and when I say crystal space, I mean in literal space, but with crystals. And so I give bonus points to JRPGs that don't end that way. I like Crystal Space, but like it's really funny how often that happens now. I'm trying to think of what recent, like, strangely enough, what was it? Oh, it had a remake announced. The space game, Star Ocean. Star Ocean. Well, Star Ocean 3 has like neon crystal space because it's all set in the future, right? I don't know the ending of Final Fantasy 13-2 yet. Oh, I see. Star Ocean 4, yeah. At least Berseria does as well. A lot have crystal space. I mean, quite a lot of the Final Fantasies do, but like they stop because after a while. Like, Sin's a great example of some, like, it's a really abstract monster belly. But, like, and one of them's like the moon and shit. But, and of course, Final Fantasy 7 has its creator. Final Fantasy 8 has that future castle. But a lot of them, crystals and space. Though I know something of the medicinal arts, it's hardly enough to warrant the acclaim of skillful.
I must admit.
First, I doubted her praise was sincere. We Undying are trained in what's a few simple skill, because it's I feel for them, because it definitely does need to feel more important than everywhere else you go, in the same way that they've added Akashic to this game as a kind of, hey, all the monsters you fought, they're now stronger now, and look, they look cooler. It's weird. Final Fantasy 13's ending is really fucking weird. You go back to the city. Oh, 13-2. Oh, yeah. And then, but you go into like the computer rooms, and it's all kind of abstract computer space for some reason. So Final 13-2, I've not played as I said, but I bet it's crystals. I mean, Final Fantasy loves crystals, but the crystals bad in this one. Certainly, hang on.
I see now.
You encourage each other, I don't care. Phoenix, heal thyself.
Yote, is anything the matter? You seem troubled. Perhaps I might be able to help.
My lord. Yes. Perhaps you might. It's your brother. His condition continues to worsen, though he does his best to hide it. The lesion on his chest pains him more with each passing day.
I had feared as much.
There are certain elixirs which can ease the suffering of those afflicted by the curse, but... But His Grace's case is severe. The drafts I have been able to prepare for him thus far have ceased to have any real effect. So I consulted with Talia and certain of my comrades among the Undying about the possibility of finding something stronger. And thankfully, a recipe was found.
She found a new recipe.
The only problem being that the critical ingredient is exceptionally hard to come by. And our supplies are almost exhausted. Unless we can secure more soon, your brother's anguish will likely become unbearable. My lord, I know that I have no right to make demands of you. But would you help? For Joshua's sake.
So looking at her costume, she's got like, because it's like a overcoat, right? With lots of little layers and stuff on. I should have just left it on the screen while she was talking. But one of the shoulders is, instead of being the same colour as the rest of it, is the colour of the underneath, and it looks pretty cool. I like it. For Joshua, anything?
For Joshua, anything.
There's lots of string in this game as well.
Thank you, my lord.
So, what is this critical ingredient?
A rare herb by the name of stonerwort. It grows only where the ether is densest. The vigor it stores in its stems helps to counteract the curse. We discovered a patch near the aqueduct in Rosaria. But alas, yet more ether has erupted from the earth there recently, leaving the whole area flooded. The search continues for a new source. One that we might reach without being turned.
So it's only that you can't...
It's a good use of colour.
The stonerwort itself is...
In the same way that he's only got a bit of red on him.
Well, yes, but...
Then I shall go in your stead.
But, my lord...
You've yet to find another source, correct? So for now, the aqueduct is our best hope.
They've put a lot of effort into a costume for a character that doesn't really do much in this game, though.
Can't hurt me.
Well, if you're sure, my lord. Stonerwort is easily identified by its blood-red blooms. Search around the aqueduct, and you're sure to find some soon enough. I shall remain here and prepare the other ingredients.
But yeah, I love specifically all the tyings and the string effects. There's lots of Japanese games recently I've seen that in. We've got graphics have hit the stage where you can just have just absurd amount of detail, and of course. One thing, obviously, Final Fantasy is great at with having Nomura in the company is fashion. Stupid, like fantasy fashion that nobody would wear in real life or in the period where it's set. Like, she gets a unique costume as well, but she's with us for the entire game. But like, the colours are really well done. Like, they're striking and muted at the same time. It's really great. I cannot. Over compliment the colours of the characters, of the costumes. Even something simple like this. It's just a robe, but it's all the little edgings. The only downside with it is occasionally you'll see peasants, and they all have that T-shirt with a deep V and like the cross thing, and you're like, that's a very expensive looking T-shirt for a poor person.
Come home, Sid.
Anything else? Yes, there's at least some things here. You know what? That's not important. We can just do the quest. So we've got a side quest. And we could try fighting Atlas. Martha!
Let's go. Faster!
I know with Final Fantasy 15, obviously everyone wore black, and the reason why everyone wore black is because that's the colour of the flag of the royal family. But I was super grumpy that everyone wore black costumes in that game. And I was like, why have you chosen to not give anyone a detail? And I get a part of it is because technology allows them to have like lots of black layers, and you'd be able to distinguish. Like he's almost wearing entirely black, but it's, you know, using light and stuff like that is very easy to distinguish. But also he has crimson and bits of white on as well. It does a lot. And I know obviously there were like dark silver on some of the costumes as well, if I remember correctly. That is a river. We will play Final Fantasy 15 one of these days. It'll be certainly after I move. I've got a lot to do.
Here's the aqueduct. Now to find our stonewort. Yote mentioned blood-red petals.
It's one of you bastards.
I won't be picking anything till they're gone. There's only one thing for it.
When I'll be playing like the royal version. And I'll ask several recommendations on how to play it properly. Because I think my brother liked it. Well, I was going to probably use Game Pass. Oh no, it's not on Game Pass, so I'll figure out a way to play it. Didn't mean to use this one. There's a bunch on offer today, like Star Ocean, the newest Star Ocean is £20 apparently. Oh, my brother was telling me there's about 3 games. One of the Valkyrie games, I think the newest one is 20 quid. And that, the Tactics game, the remake. Not Tactics Ogre, that's what I was, but one of those sorts of games. Actually, I think it was the modern one. Not maybe not even a Tactics game, but like one that's that brown sort of. What's it called? X-Jump. But I have to be careful about buying stuff.
Here it is. Better collect as much as I can before.
I'm happy with buying games than I am buying food, though. I need to get back on my exercise and all that. I'm a bit afraid to weigh myself at the moment. Because I put on at least a stone, I reckon. I'm definitely the heaviest I've always been. So if I, like, lose a couple of stone, and I mean stone, I don't mean pounds, I could definitely justify buying a few computer games. Because that's money saved. Let's go back. But obviously I've got so many games to play right now. I'll try and complete a couple before starting this again. Not least this game. It's obviously a big distraction. I've got to upload a bunch because they're taking a lot of space on my computer. I'm trying to upload these every day on YouTube.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them.
A part of it, I had a bunch of excuses, not good ones. But when I get aggressive with it, I get very aggressive with eating poorly.
Yote.
He says, taking a sip from Pepsi.
All the stone and water I could find.
I have done. It has to be no soda as well. Soda. No pop. One of the new few varieties of flora capable of resisting high concentrations of ether. This herb is most often found in and around ether floods with a fauna that would feast on its nutritionous roots, often fall prey to their akashic cousins if they don't turn themselves. Stone and wood.
Yes, my lord. Thank you. I'm sure it will serve us until we can find another source.
I'm very glad to hear it.
What's very strange is once I get into a pattern of it, I'm quite good.
You and His Grace are very much alike, you know. You think only of how you might help others, and never of the danger to yourselves.
No more than you have minding my brother. You've risked a lot for him, and I thank you for it.
I am honored that you should say so. But I beg you, my lord, do not give too much of yourself for the sake of others. We could not afford to lose you.
I'll keep that in mind.
Quest complete. Oh, hang on. Let's have a look at my experience. Oh, loads. Awesome. Is it enough? Oh, hang on. I've already done that. We might want to pick a more interesting option here then. Switching impulse for Giga Flare. Or we can be really boring and grab this lightning rod again. I don't know how much extra damage the lightning rod does, but it does do more. It's really good. What would I never get rid of? This is super useful. This does fucking tons of damage. That's not. It could be a choice actually. Obviously, gouge. We don't. We've turned it off, haven't we? Diamond Dust is very good. Ice Age, worth leveling up, of course. So Flare Breath is actually really super useful. I don't give a fuck about Impulse, so let's take that off. And reset everything. Making sure I don't lose anything when I do that. So, Giga Flare, I know I also need these, but like, I can afford them. I don't necessarily need Ignition either. We could switch Ignition. I do love Ignition, but I'd kind of like that lightning rod back. We can give it a go though. Anyway, we want Giga Flare because we want a silly big. This would be great. Part of me just wants to have these two abilities back, the Aerial Blast and this, just so we can still pile things on. But it would mean not having Flare Breath. I tell you what, I am gonna. That is fucking expensive. We've not taken off Ignition yet. Fuck. I need a little bit more. I'll have to take off this. I just realised I had to undo that. Oh, damn it, that's not mastered. Because we took them off, John. We'll see. I'm not sure if this is a great idea or not. I don't know if I want Wings of Light over, but we'll see what this one gives us. Don't need Phoenix Shift either, but I definitely want this Cold Snap. That's great. Probably want that. I might sacrifice this. We could do with more ability points so I can choose as I like. Oh, I didn't know he carries all three. That's funny. Okay, that didn't save me any time because I spent so much time faffing. Have you seen that meme with Triple H holding like 40 belts? Like the Young Bucks.
What do you recommend?
No reason to assume otherwise.
Clive, you must listen to this. Lawsman, tell him.
Do you recall when we spoke before on the divinity of Ultima? Well, it inspired me to delve deeper into the subject. And what I discovered appears to agree with the findings of His Grace.
You will recall that my quest to uncover Ultima's origins began with the mural at Phoenix Gate. But while I've always known it to be important, its secrets have heretofore eluded me. Now, however, I believe I know where to find the more complete example, one that will reveal all we seek.
Master Clive, have you ever in your travels chanced to hear of the Circle of Malleus?
Have I?
I would think not.
No, they're not. No, you're right.
But there was once a time when the faith flourished, the oldest known religion in the Twins, and though its popularity eventually waned on Storm, hints of its dogma remain embedded in more modern faiths such as the Crystalline Orthodox.
Wait, you said it waned on Storm. What of Ash?
Religious monuments are often torn down or repurposed when new faiths rise to prominence. But if no new faith arose, then perhaps the ancient temples might still stand. And so, you see now why I must accompany you to Waloed.
It would appear the past still has much to teach us, though in this case, it would not have been possible without the musings of Moss. To think that
you carried a copy of my old mentor's chronicles all along.
Is Moss the villain of this game?
To discover it in good hands.
I shall guard it with my life.
Joshua, if you're finished here, join me in the ale hall. I need to speak to everyone before we leave.
Right away.
See, it feels like Waloed is the final. Is it the final dungeon? You can't have an entire continent be the final dungeon. I'm definitely close to the end. All this wispy woo. Hate it. Try and fix it.
My apologies.
By now you've all heard where we're going and why. So I won't bother you with the boring details, only the important ones. If we attempt to approach Stonehere by sea, there's a good chance we'll be sighted and fall prey to the capital's artillery. So instead, we'll disembark on the southwest coast and make for Drake's Spine on foot. I say we, but it's highly likely the entire...
That's that the infinite map.
...under the rule of Ultima. A large party would only attract unwanted attention, as well as slow our march and require supplies which may be difficult to obtain. Only Joshua and I will be going. And a scout. Preferably a good one. Gav, do you know of any?
You bet your ass I do. Might still borrow some of Lady Vivian's maps, though. Just in case, like.
Once you've dropped us off at the Shadow Coast, you need to retreat into neutral waters, fly merchant colors, and stay inconspicuous. If you sense any danger at all, you leave us behind and return to Storm.
Inconspicuous is my middle name. But like hell am I leaving anyone behind. The ship ain't going nowhere till your scurvy mugs are smiling on deck.
Jill, the Enterprise will appear a tempting target for royalists and pirates alike. You're to stop anyone boarding.
Don't worry. I'll keep the ship and her crew.
Right, no one can come with me, apart from everyone's coming with me on the ship and staying there.
But... very well.
If there are no questions, I'll see you all at the docks.
That was like the end speech.
Let me know when you're leaving. I want a word before you go.
Of course.
Oh, but what do you have to say?
Hope adrift on foam-flecked peaks, despair looms below.
Yes?
Yet in the dark, a flame is sparked that warms us in its glow.
That is a main quest. Why does the Chocobos have a run button, but I don't?
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. I mean, surely they're going to add more marks as well. I'm not strong enough to do the S's. I struggle with the A. We can try Atlas though. I know where Atlas is.
Is something wrong?
Not at all. Honestly. Can't a man wish his friend farewell?
That's what that last conversation was.
That I'll keep things in order while you're off saving the world.
I'll hold you to that.
You know, I probably don't have to worry, because I sense I can just... It's going to be a bunch of these, isn't there? And I'll be able to jump back. Maybe. The Shadow Coast. A land long having fallen victim to the spreading blight, and now even the most meagre of scrubs struggle to draw life from the ether-drained cliffs that loom above the barren coastline. Western Ash. So my brother's playing this. He's doing every level twice because there's a you can redo them in the thingamajig, and he's doing that. But he's nowhere near as far as me. He's not even on the second part yet. Still in the prologue.
A long walk to the capital if we follow the cliffs. I'll scout ahead. See if I can't find us an inland route.
They're gonna kill off Gav.
Clive. There's something I've been meaning to ask. You took her icon, didn't you?
Yes, I did. She understood.
We were naked at the time. Not sure why I added that detail. It was a bit weird, won't lie.
Oh, she understood. Understood that you decided to save the world all on your own, and that you'd die without her power. How dare you make her choose? You knew damn well she'd never refuse you. But I will. You can't keep pushing us away, Clive. The world is ours to save, not yours.
I don't need your power. I've already got power, Phoenix.
Gift, because I thought it was the right thing to do.
And you truly believe this will save you? Will save us all?
I do.
Then so be it.
Oh, now I have to go back to the doctor. You punched me in the face, dude.
Just don't forget, you're not alone.
Bum 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 bum.
Trail. Did I miss something?
You are missing an eye.
Only that Joshua didn't.
I don't get it.
I need to cut that bit every time something weird happens in a Final Fantasy game. Instead of Gavin, I don't get it. What's that fucking accent you were trying, John? I know Geordie accent, I can do that. Do you eat? Don't get it. An actual level! Honestly, let's see if we can go back. Are we allowed? We are. It will probably tell us that it will reset the level.
Always wanted to visit Ash.
We're in Waluda territory now. Don't expect a warm welcome.
Oh, I don't know, Clive. That castle over there looks inviting enough.
Oh, there is a castle.
Shall we sample its inhabitants' hospitality?
So, I don't think they're just going to have Waluda soldiers either. Oh, that's why the orcs are in the game. So we're not just constantly fighting Waluda soldiers.
Remember what I said about warm welcomes, Gav?
Because all the soldiers have different fighting styles as well.
Oh, this place is as dead as Grega's ghost.
Birds! Grega's ghost is dead.
I knew I smelled something.
see only orcs and Akashic here.
Let's hope the villagers...
And they've not added Akashic Orcs yet. Oh, I thought that was a elite. Never mind. There's definitely an elite there. Oh, we can get on our chocobo if we want. Ah, it doesn't grow unless you're in fights. What? Let me. Come on! Stop trying to hit me and hit me! Oh, I forgot the button. Oh, I'm crap at this. Stop mesmerizing people, you! Rude! So, no elites yet. Oh, we're not in a dungeon, are we? Hang on. Dungeons don't have maps. We're just doing an actual good outside bit, my word.
It's Camber all over again. Where the hell are the royalists?
There's probably a few sections I got, actually.
That welcome after all, Clay.
Hello, beds. Yeah, because also dungeons don't have quest icons now that I think about it.
Aye, aye.
Aye, aye.
Is the whole of Ash fallen into Ultima's hands?
That's no peace delegation. We should send a warning to the others.
No. My uncle will have an eye on the coast. I trust he'll find a way to entertain any uninvited guests. Our mark is Drake's Spine, and there's a lot of road between us and it. We press on to Stone here.
Aye, you never know. It might not be a nest of slabbering monsters.
Who's watching us? Who's got a bird's eye view?
You must go on ahead without me. This stronghold is as old as Phoenix Gate, perhaps older. It may yet hide Ultima's remaining secrets, and if we are to best him, they must be unearthed.
All right. Stay out of trouble.
I always do. Mostly.
What joke with us?
Sure about this?
About leaving my brother on his own. Of course. Mostly.
Lady Vivian's map is so old, it's hard to tell which way is up. But if I'm right, we're not far from a village called Aistla.
Oh, it's like the Gap, but when they sell you clothes, they're like, here, take them. Yeah, thank you for your patronage. Like that. It's the Angry Gap. This is big. This is a big. This is literally the entire continent, isn't it? Actually, that makes sense because it's the world open map.
Then we make our way there, resupply, and wait for Joshua.
Bye, birds. Kingdom of Waloed. Sole surviving nation in Ash, Waloed has its capital at Stonehere, home to the mother of the Crystal of Drake's Spine. It's ruled over by Barnabus Tharma, dominant of Odin and Warden of Darkness, who, it transpires, formed an alliance with a mysterious being known as Ultima. After Ultima brought about Primogenesis, Tharma's combined force of Akashic soldiers and beastmen was deployed across Valastair, tasked with sowing chaos and mayhem. Well, Knights of Waloed. Main battlefield force is also known as Kingsguard. At Ultima's instruction, King Barnabus supplemented his ranks of orcs, creating a hybrid force which he duly dispatched to wreak havoc across Valastair. Even after Barnabas' death, the chaos... Hang on, what do you mean after? What do you mean after Barnabas' death? Am I not supposed to know about that yet? Barnabas isn't dead. Barnabas isn't dead, game. Even after Barnabas' death, the Chaos Ultimate Zone, the casting of Primogenesis, continued to spread, dooming the better part of the late King's army to the end of their days as mindless Akashic falls. What do you mean after Barnabas' death? Otherworldly being behind much of the tragedy of turmoil that's plagued Valastair, and the creature Barnabas of Waloed worships as a god. The creature King Barnabus Ultima requires a vessel in which... This definitely is giving me information I'm not supposed to know. Requires a vessel in which to inculcate his disembodied soul. Clive's curious ability to absorb the power of other icons suggests that he is the very mythos that Ultima has long awaited. He wills Clive to absorb the other icons and his vessel might be perfected. So, Kashyyyk, the irreversible change brought about by the living beings' overexposure to ether. Creatures are stripped of any intelligence or sense of self that they might once have had and become suffused with life force, usually manifested. Hang on, this is Barnabas and Sleipnir claim that they are in fact divine. That's the new bit. Don't tell me things I'm not supposed to know, game. Megalo crabs.
Ugh, this place reeks like a morble's arsehole. Though I'm guessing it's not the smell that'll kill us.
It's the crabs. We could have just run past the crab jump. It is quite a good ability, it just takes a while. And adamantoids, we don't need to kill the Warner. Oh, it's an Adamantitan.
Fire and flame!
Yeah, I like having Gigaflare. I want to try it with the spike down. But, yeah. I wanted the windy spell as well. Could I do that? What would I have to sacrifice to do that? This doesn't necessarily have to be upgraded, but it's really nice having it upgraded. Definitely want that mastered. Definitely want all the... well, if we were to put Windy on, we'd have to get rid of something anyway. And I'd probably get rid of Ignition, to be honest. As much as I like it. Windy's like a better version of that. On combat, I'm not allowed. Ah, I can't afford it. I want that aerial blast. We want this, we just don't want the fully upgraded version. Do you want the fully upgraded version of this? This. I think it's time to use this as well. I think we're using this. What is the upgrade for that? Ice Blaster 2. We do want that upgraded. What does this do upgraded? This one has utility. And it can be used quite often. Putting people in stagger, like even this probably should be upgraded. It's almost as if I just need a fuck ton of experience points. I've sacrificed a lot to grab this lightning rod and this aerial blast, but the whole point is to not upgrade everything else. Apart from shift. Hang on. You want this. We're not going to upgrade that. Need this to be master. Master? What does this do? Upgraded. Number of hits. You want to upgrade it at least once, I think. Grab this. This. Upgrade it at least once. Want this. Am I missing anything really obvious? Don't care about upgrading Wings of Light. What does this give me upgraded? Permafrost duration. I can sort of live with that. This has been upgraded once. This probably should be upgraded at least once. Yeah, I like the idea of this. We can do both. Giga Flare is my big finisher, though. Let's upgrade that at least once. Then we can upgrade a bunch of things. That's been mastered now. Let's hope it's good. It's a utility thing. Yeah, so it might not be that much fun, but it does damage though, just not a lot. But they're not attacking me while it happens. And also, I can use it with a rod. Oh, I can use it with a rod. That's great, actually. Yeah, okay. I don't think I care about that. I think I care about upgrading this a little. We'll see how I feel about that. Fine. Oh, I've got to put them on. Misery buff, Giga Flare, and Diamond Dust. We have Rhyme, Lightning Rod, and Aerial Blast. Okay. So the whole point is Aerial Blast and Lightning Rod pair up really. They come back pretty quickly. As does everything that isn't Flames of Rebirth, to be honest. Pair up pretty well with and I might even be able to use Rhyme because that also stays over time. So I might be able to just pile a bunch of stuff. Use Diamond Dust to get things down, and then Giga Flare or Flames of Rebirth. Giga Flare for single damage, Flames of Rebirth for hitting everyone. But like Flames of Rebirth, I actually use that out. So what I might want to do is like shift this into that position. But I'm trying to save these. We'll get used to things. I just have to kind of look. No, I don't care about you. I know I need the experience, but still. Alright, fine, let's... You are an elite. Did not mean to use Giga Flare, it's really annoying. I need to use Diamond Dust. But yeah, I like that multi-stab. How long is this going to take to get back? Not that long at all, to be honest. Right, so we put down this lightning rod. Then we make it fucking windy. Then do rhyme. Then if I had a different thing, I'd do it right now, but I don't because it wasn't back in time. The melt fools. That seems great. I'm surprised they haven't done it before. So, like, the audiences will be amazing. Are they doing that? I don't actually know what rhyme does. I'm still unconvinced of rhyme. Come over here. I think he might have been staggered. Hang on. Might get rid of rhyme. It's a blue trifle. I can't. I would prefer to have Ignition than Rhyme. It's a silly fucking ability. I don't think it's very good. But what I'll do, let's lock everything. I'm reasonably happy. Maybe we won't lock this ability. We'll lock this. Lock this. Set everything again. And we'll get Ignition. Yeah, no, it doesn't need to be mastered. What the fuck are you talking about? We can just upgrade one of these again. Hang on. Reset all abilities. I could have fully upgraded Mega Flare, Giga Flare. I don't think that's worth it. Upgrade this. Oh, I didn't mean to. Fuck it, let's do that. We'll have a really weak Ignition. It's good for rounding up enemies. There's a tiny bit of utility there. More importantly, it's like a less of a change. We'll remove this, put Kick and Flare here. No, that's a really weird decision, John. We'll put lightning rod there. There we go. It's just easier to remember where everything is. John, where's your wind ability? Oh yeah. Oh damn it! I was like, I was wondering where we got all those points from. Undo these two. Dang it. Lock it in. Hang on, I can still afford... I've not upgraded it. Ah, we need to upgrade this. What am I missing? Have I accidentally taken something off? Where have I got 3,000 from? I mean, I guess we can improve the cold snap. I'm just trying to figure out where we got it from. Kick a flare. Lightning rod. Air blast. Diamond dust. You know what? I'm going to switch those two around. Make that aerial blast. Upgraded, mastered. Upgraded, upgraded. Oh, no, that's fine. Can I upgrade it again? That's too expensive. We don't have to spend this, John. Because I don't think it's worth mastering this. Just upgrade ignition then. Yeah, that means, you know what, let's also move. Switch these two around. Battle on the bridge.
Bahamut's breath. Don't look down, Torgal.
We got through it, it was fine.
That must be Eastla.
Very dramatic. How is it?
What do you think, Clive?
Then we're too late.
Damn it. They're all turned. There's nothing we can do.
I wouldn't say nothing.
No quarter gap!
No quarter! think all the villages in Ash are like this?
A question for later, Gav.
I'm gonna save for we're due an elite. Excellent advice. Let's round them up. Get the fuck out of that thing. Right, I used all my powers slightly too early, didn't I? Well, shit. I've got to wait for everything to come back. Right, I'm gonna let him kill me. Which was pretty easy to retry. Because I'm hoping it'll reset my abilities. Well, shit, my bad, but we know not to use them on these stick. I mean, honestly, I can just use the abilities, but this one? I've got to get used to the timings. I think Giga Flare I could have probably used. Right, so we saved everything for the big guy. The annoying elite that's going to come out. Did you see how he has no fucking health left? That's how well that particular... Yeah, I like that.
Finished.
Because the rod is amazing. I tried living without the rod. End up. It's because I can stack 3 sets of attacks. Well, 2 sets of attacks because the rod's not an attack, but I can do the wind and the Giga Flare at the same time.
Gav.
So it's the feature of the wind. That's why I need the wind.
Tell me there's more of the bastards.
Our dog is Anki.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, it's Odin. Hello! Well, I think he might die because, like, the card just said he's dead. Why would the card say he's dead? Estla. The settlement situated in the mining country in the centre of Waloed. The miners make homes among their excavations, live there with their families. I like the horse's blue eyes, sir.
Have you come to watch, Odin?
Yeah.
Bound for Stonehill. Good. My master awaits you in the capital, though I cannot allow you to attend him in your present state.
Well, he's dying here now, isn't he? I'm getting about... because, obviously...
And how are you going to stop us?
No, he wants you to have his powers, you dickhead.
With this!
Gun here? Is that a fallen ship? Gun near? Holy shit. Oh, it's a big barrier. Now that looks like a final dungeon.
What did you do?
If the vessel would see the path opened, it has but to ask. I shall see that my master's prize is made presentable.
Go, six-legged horsey.
No!
Get Gav out of here. Gav, go. You're not a magical dog.
Clive, would you mind telling me what the fuck just happened?
Punin immunin. Oh, they're dead. No, birds, why would you go into the death wall?
Oh, you've got to be. How are we supposed to get through that?
Somebody liked Cabin in the Woods.
We seek an audience with the king. If His Majesty wants me to come and ask him, then that is exactly what I'll do.
Alright, well, obviously the game's already spoiled that I kill the king, but that's pretty obvious. I'm not worried about that. Oh, that boss I'm gonna kill!
We don't even know where the fucker went. How about we cool our heads and think this through, eh?
But it's obvious that Odin is willingly giving up his powers to Clive.
Maybe there's something here we can use.
I mean, also, not the final dungeon because the map isn't filled in. Save the game.